See, one thing I find very alarming is how similar today's issues in the United States are to the last few decades leading to the fall of the Roman Empire. Three main factors led to the downfall of the great empire. First, they began to overspend money that they literally didn't have. They began to subsidize things like public entertainments, followed by funding an enormous bureaucracy. And guess what they did to combat this overspending? They increased their taxes and also debased their monetary system. And of course, this led to a huge economic chaos. Now, at the very same time, the breakdown of the family began. You gotta understand that early Romans understood the philosophy behind a strong and stable family, which essentially led to a great empire. But later Romans actually began to turn to different moralities which fully abandoned the concept of family and marriage. Now, the most important factor is the Romans actually began to live a very lavish, elite lifestyle. And this lifestyle was filled with a bunch of altruistic desires. And this liberal approach to life was met with some harsh consequences. You see, the Romans actually had a standard procedure that would allow migrating tribes into their territory. But for some odd reason, they abandoned that standard procedure when migrating Goths into their territory. And the funniest thing is that Goths were actually long foes of the Romans, yet altruistic ideology within Romans led to the acceptance of these tribes. And all of that just for the Goths to end up overrunning the Roman Empire, leading to a massive invasion. An economic crisis coupled with society experiencing population decline due to the breakdown of the family led to a weak empire. Instead of screwing the lid back on the cookie jar in time, they broke the lid. They allowed enemies to invade the empire, all due to the loosen up of their immigration policy. And at the end of the day, it was all due to altruistic ideologies. Now, just one question. How similar does this sound to what is happening in the United States today?